Hello, this is Dave Gimberline, and this is April 23rd for the University of Minnesota Shotokan Karate Club. We have people training on Zoom, people training in person, and it is being recorded for asynchronous training. So please train along. Line up! Wait. Remember what to say? Okay, so you're both relatively new, and we are in a traditional style of karate. You're doing a great job of copying, but sometimes I skip the part where I told you what to do or how to do it. So I want to say now, there's a specific way when you sit and stand, as we're going into Seizan. Mostly your body stays straight up and down. You do your left leg first. So you're doing this leg first. I put my knee where my foot was. I'm still in balance. Then I cross my feet behind and I sit down. And when you come back up, do the opposite. If you can coil your toes underneath, try for that. And this is so at every moment you are prepared to move, as opposed to the American, that does not imply grace or refinement at all, right? Good job. Oh, a little clunky. A little clunky. Remember what to say? All right, everybody sit up straight. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth.
Close up. Close the eye.
Yep, it's just a quick down and then back up. Yep. Very good. Normally, if you're all shoulder to shoulder, which is how we usually line up, I'd say spread around. Now you're already spread around. Why don't you go way over on that end, and everybody slide this way a little bit. Yep. Pick up one foot. Go around with your ankle and toes. Switch. Right. Other foot. Other way. Put your feet together around your knees. Other way. Feet apart. Around with your hips. Switch. Away. Use your legs. Pump your arms around. Switch. Away. Cross. Twist. Pick up your heels. Squat. Put your hands to the floor. Stretch your legs. Squat. Straighten. Squat. Straighten. Squat. Straighten. And squat. Put your feet out behind you. Arch. Pushing back. Touch your chest to the floor. Forward again. Pull your feet in. Squatting. Apart. Keep it arch. Try to make the outside edges of your feet parallel. Bend your knees. Stretch down forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Reach over one shoulder. Switch. Side. Switch. Around. switch. And stop. Straighten one leg. Switch, 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 and drop down. Switch, 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 and stay on this side. Rotate all the way over. Try to stretch the outside of the thigh. Back, over, back, over, and back. Switch, all the way over. Stretch the outside of the thigh. Back, over, back, over, back, over, and back. Pull your feet in, squat. Straighten your legs. Roll up. Round the hips. Switch. Side, side. Squeeze one knee up into your chest. Bend your support leg, pull your toes. Switch, or the leg keep it forward more. Switch. 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 And switch. Reach around behind. Grab an ankle. Switch. Switch. And switch. Shake it out. Turn. Uniform. Together, out, feet apart, ready position. Put your left hand out, right hand at your side. Keep your shoulders down and relaxed. Imagine your body center pushing forward towards the target. Use your legs. Drive your fist forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try to do both hands at the same time. Everybody concentrate on drawing on, pulling down all the way to the floor. You're going to hold something, start to punch. Ready? You have your right hand out, I guess. Punch this. 1, pull. Shoulder down. 2, 3, 4. Brush your elbow along your rib. Not out here. 5. Better. And then it turns. A little bit. Nope, this part. 6. No. 7. That was pretty good. More of this part. 8. No, that side's not good. It turns first and then punches. Oh no! Yes! Much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are fantastic. 1, 2, 3. Leave your feet. So the weight's on your feet. 4. A little more. 5. Ooh, almost 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold the arms. left hand out, right hand to your side. Punch, Kata. Ready? Kata, loud, short yell. So the Kata has several uses. One is to make sure that you're breathing. Under stress, people hold their breath. So if they make you go, ah, it's better. One is to increase your spirit. Gets a little adrenaline in your system, keeps you moving. Other one is to shock your attacker. So, if I stand here and I go, it doesn't really do anything. Don't do that. You just want that little bit, right when you hit. Okay? So, it is not that different than in weightlifting. You hear people go, and lift. Tennis servers, and they want to ban that. I don't know lately, but a few years ago there was a ban because if you're intimidating your opponent, well, tough. You're breathing for you. They teach soldiers to yell, because if you hold your breath, you're weaker and you can pass out and you can hurt yourself. Rising blocks in place. You're going to twist both feet so that your hip is forward. You're going to look straight ahead and block straight ahead, even though now my body is pointed way off to the side. Then I'm going to switch over to the other side. So rotating both feet. Put your left hand up. You're going to bend your knees and twist. 1, twist. 2, twist. 3, 4. That hip twist thing I was telling you about. 5. 6. Twist. 7. No, twist that. Yep. 8. 9. 10. Hurry up. Your right leg a little bit. Interesting thing about positions and blocks, there's not like an ultra right, you have to do it this way. It adapts to the situation and to the person. So, easy for a second. If he is very short, get back over there. Pretend to be short. Oh, that's pretty good. Twist your hip and block. 1. That's not quite enough. I'm gonna get to him, right? If he's tall, then that was just fine. I don't get to him at all. So you would adapt it to what you think you need. I don't think, though, that you should spend a lot of time doing this. I don't think that helps. The timing of the block is a little more, look, my hand's here, but my arm move. That's a little more important than my stationary, oh, look, you didn't block. Oh, yeah, I did. He didn't hit me, his arm moved. And then also, as you know, I think it's not primarily a block, although it can be a block. Since you step forward most of the time, when he punches, this is a strike. And then this position is different than if I was blocking with it just is. So, I think you should change depending on what you think it's for, but there are definitely positions that are stronger and more desirable than others. One of the hardest things in the rising block is keeping your shoulders down. No! Yes. Too much. You gotta keep your body straight, but your shoulder down. It's very weird. Outside block. So the rising blocks utilize the same way rotation. Your hip and your arm went in the same direction. This is now going to be an outside block with the same idea. Your body rotates. So this is the target. I twist. So, oh, it just skins past. Then I twist again over the other side. Both feet move. Left hand up, right hand up. Twist and block. 1. Coil this one. 2. 3. Pretty good. Too big though. You're not that big. 4, 5, 6, up here, 7, 8, 9, and high up again. So here's the deal on this. There are several different ways to coil, but basically you pick your arm up relatively high, your shoulder is still down, your body turns, my shoulder hasn't moved yet, and your arm drops this much. People think that it's this, but it's not. It's mostly your body twisting and turning, a little bit of drop. Why is it up here? There are several reasons. One is it's like a baseball with a bat. They hold the bat up high, and then they swing level. They don't hold the ball down here or down here and swing. It's just stronger with your body to come from up here. This is stronger with your body to come from up here. This is a weaker position to start in. It just is. If you did things and practice it, you find that. It helped me because some of you, your hands backwards or too big or too little or too low. Back in ancient times, there used to be a phone on the wall. I know this is bizarre. It had a cord, a little spiral cord that was attached to the handset. You would pick the handset up and say, hello, because you didn't know who it was. You had to pick it up and say hello. It was one phone in your whole house. And Pissarro once told me, and told the whole group, it's like answering the phone, but upside down. Oh! And that helped me remember always that it's this way, and then you twist. Yeah, I know. It's going to totally lose. It's not like this, hello. Or like this, hello. It's an old phone. I'll have to learn a new way to tell people. Anyway, now we're going to do an inside block. Inside block coils underneath and twist opposite. So my hand goes this way and my hip goes that way. Opposite. And I coil in opposite. Can you see? You'll do great at it. As it heads up, this outside block right here and this inside block right here are the same position. It just depends on if I'm hitting this way or this way. Coil your left hand underneath. Spin and block. On. Now you have to do this in one count. You're going to coil across and spin. 2, 3, 4, 5, and both legs. That's pretty good though. 6, underneath. Yep. Boom. Block it. Ugh. Yep. Pull the hand back more. Nope. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do a downward block. You can say that for a second. Downward block is the same concept. It just starts up here instead of down here, and it goes from high to low. So, and technically, the Japanese word for that is a geibarai, which means a lower level sweep. So they're saying your arm sweeps across this whole area in case something was trying to hit you with a block, in case it could be a strike. It's a weird thing. Agiyuki, the same means block. Sozuke, uchiyuki, geibarai. Why isn't it a geibarai? Why? Nobody knows why. Although it is perfectly acceptable to call a block down here or down here or down here a geiden uke. But this is a specific one. It's the geibarai. It's not this one. It's a different one. Not this one. That's a different one. So, maybe it's just an 8. Pull your left hand up. In this position, your elbows should be very close together. You're going to twist and block. 1. Coil this one and block. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, this is going well. Now you can do the same thing with knife hand blocks. A knife hand block is just open hand, they say shuto or shutokuki, and it is much like the inside block with your hand backwards. And you'd say, well, you only do that when your hand's open, but it turns out that's not true. You do it with your hand closed too, with technique and other things. So, some people think everything fits into a perfect little category. It turns out it doesn't. It's just, here's an example of this, and here's a different example. And here's, well, why do I do it like this and not like, you know? So it evolves over time. I would like to think that things get simpler, but for a long time they get more and more complicated. And maybe they get simpler again. And most of that is, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Anyway, knife hand blocks. Let's pick your left hand up by your cheek or jaw or by your shoulder. Put your right hand out. So this one's palm down. You know what? We're going to practice this one because we don't do this enough. This one's palm down, this one's palm in. You're going to pull this to your tummy, palm up. And this one twists away from you. I want you to think of striking with this tiny little bone here. So we're going to do the same side like 5 times. You go 1, and then just go back where you were. 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5. Other hand. Put your right hand up, put your left hand up. This one's palm down, this one's up very face. 1, twist and block. Back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, there. Oh, right. So far, these are all basics that you need for your first test. You want first test, you want first test. And during everybody else's test and basics in Kata too. For your first test, you need to know those. So we might as well kick from here as long as you've been doing all this. You're going to start with your feet apart. Let's start with this actually. You're going to tap your foot on the floor. Do that. That's the surface you're striking with. Tap, tap. Most of you have done this a million times. Some of you are new. So this is what I want you to do. You go tap, tap, kick, tap, tap, kick. Right? Same foot 2 times in a row. Got it? Perfect! Do it again. Good job. Yep. Other foot. Switch. Put your hands out here, bend your knees, take one knee up, touch your hands, put it back down. 1, on the left. 2, 3, 4, just switch your knees. 5, 6. Now when you put your knee up, let your hip go forward a little bit. So don't have your knee back here, or your hip back there. You want your hip here, not here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, the front snap kick. You can check out your legs if you need to or want to. Your front snap kick snaps. I know it's clever they did that, and then it actually does. And they talk about it all the time like it's a whip. That the stronger you pull it back, the harder it goes out. And there's some truth to that. So please do not front snap kick and leave your legs there and let it fall. Please snap it and pull it back. If nothing else, they keep you people from grabbing it or to keep you from falling. Okay, so pull back. Okay? Okay. I have that effect on people. I don't know what it is. All right, don't put your hands in your belt. You can put your hands by your side. You can put your hands in front. Could possibly put your hands behind you, but I wouldn't recommend it. Don't do this. Don't do this. Bend your knees. Put your hands out here. You're going to do 2 knee lifts and 2 kicks. And all 4 times your knee will touch your hands. Pick your knee up. 1, other knee. 2, snap. 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick your knee up higher. Hands here. Pick your knee up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be my fault. Hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Roundhouse Kick. This one is more difficult from here to explain, kind of easier to do. And sadly, the learning part looks really silly. So I would submit that this has some dignity to it. You're straight, you look normal. Now I want you to put your heels in, the toes out, put your legs like this. That looks goofy. And then you're going to roundhouse kick. Your knees are apart, they stay apart the whole way around, and they come back. So you do not do that. Around, like there's a thing there that you're going over the top. We will try. Bend, kick with your right leg. 1, roundhouse kick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not bad. You have to snap a little bit better, but it's coming. Right thrust, heel kick. When you start like this, you're going to bend your legs, stick your butt out, and hit with your heel and then put it back. It is a thrust, so it does not snap. This snaps, this snaps, this thrusts. Different kick. So you could totally snap it, but that's not the basic way. For that matter, you can thrust even those other 2 kicks too, but that's not the basic way. Different concept. So feet together, bend your knees. You look over your shoulder, bend your hip and thrust with your right foot. 1, thrust, and back. Left foot. 2, thrust. 3, 4, 5, 6, already much improved. 7, oh, that's a move. 8, kick it. 1, harder. 2, harder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. Stay on for a second. Here is a thing. Put your left leg in front. Keeping backwards. We're paying attention. And make your stomach strong. So you're going to stick your butt out, and I'm just going to use him for balance here for a moment. It is a mistake to turn your hip this way. I've got no leverage. I want to drop this down and drop it down more. So he goes backwards, not me. You can be pretty straight-legged and hit him really hard because your leg is big and strong. Okay? But if you try to penetrate, you tend to bounce off. So if something's got to give, I want it to be him, not me. I want this down. So this concept is true for almost all kicks, but easier to see in a front snap kick. I want my center between my foot and the target. And a back thrust kick or side kick, I want my center between my foot and the target. Good. Bad, bad, bad. I can't push. So please don't turn your hip towards the target. If anything, you turn it the other way. Screw it into the floor. Try a couple more. Feet together. Thrust. On. Off. That was good. 2. That was excellent. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Right when you start. 1. Better. Better just swirling more. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. My wrist. Straight legs. Stretch like this a little bit. Oh. And pull one leg behind you. Stretch this way. And then switch to the other leg. Oh. All right, let's see. You two move in a little bit that way. John, you step back, a giant step. That's not a giant step. That up, a little. There! You come forward a little bit there, and in this way a little bit, that way. Then you come in a little bit. I just kind of want them to have people around them. We're doing their test right now. Feet together, feet apart. Left arm, left leg forward, get him back. Step and punch the body. Make sure your hips are straight, your legs are straight. 1. Straighten your hips. Other. Yep. 2. Square. So this pushes forward. Strong, strong. Then 3. Let it forward. 4. 5. Stepping backwards, rising blocks. 1. Twist. Now you have to twist your hip a lot more. Sideways. Yep. Put this foot over here a little bit. Bend your knee a lot. A little more. I know it's a lot. But you're sideways, just like that. Remember that thing about blocking your head? Lift your arm up a little bit. 2. In and out with your footwork, moving backwards. 3. Nope, see this foot? I can't do this. It has to go in and out. So we have some distance between your feet. You're too much in line. Nope. Yep. 4. Go straight ahead. No. In. Yep. Ready. 1. 2. 3. Moving forward to outside block. Because on either side comes up and your body twists. 1. 2. Very good. 3. 4. 5. So if I switch on here, your shoulder takes the weight, and it should be your legs and center. So you have to squeeze your drawing arm more, squeeze your knees in a little bit, use your stomach, pull across your body. Better. Moving backwards, inside block. On. Your inner thigh has to squeeze. So this weight, again, goes through your center to your back foot. Two. Got a bigger foot. Three. Awesome. 4. 5. Moving forward, knife hand block, back stance. So the hand that is at your hip right now is going to come up and then block. And keep your weight back here. So that's a front stance, that's a back stance. Lots of weight back. You just put your foot out in front of you. Okay? So this hand is going to come up. So that hand is going to come up, open, and twist. 1. Pretty good. This one's good. Now that one comes in. 2. Back stance. So this knee is out. Yep, like that. 3. 4. 5. Drop this hip a little bit. Really, your stance is good. Backwards, same thing. The hand that's down comes up and then blocks. 1. 2. Lock your shoulder. 3. 4. 5. Fighting positions. Put your arms up in front of you. Start 50-50 weight distribution. You're going to do a front snap kick. This leg coils up, snaps down, forward. 1. And I just switch your hands. So if I start like this and I step forward, my hands move kind of with me. They switch every time. 2. Good. I'll pick your knee up when you kick. 3. Up. Even higher. 4. 5. Turn. Then kick. 1. 2. 3. After recoil. Kick lightly. 4. 5. Turn. Washing area. Roundhouse kick. Take your back leg up. Spin your hip and roundhouse kick. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Back turn. You have to practice this a little bit more. So the coil comes up, and you turn your body, and then you snap. Well, you grab the coil part. Yep. Pretty good. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Turn, keep it up. Turn. Cross behind, side kick. So you're going to cross behind, and your front foot, then, your front foot's going to kick. So it's going to go 1, like that. Here we go. 1, kick. Now fix your feet so the parallel go. Cross behind. 2. And kick. Pretty good. 3. 4. 5. Turn. 1. 2. 3. it up. Alright. So, either out of habit or on purpose, you cross in front, and that used to be the only acceptable way to do this kick. And the open styles, Taekwondo and American kickboxing, have always taught that because it's quicker, easier to learn. The idea in the side step and side thrust of crossing in front was supposed to be to simplify. I'm just moving from here to here, and then I snap. Or I'm just moving from here to here, and then I thrust. So there's no twisting, turning to confuse it. The thing is, let me stand here, put one foot in front. It was never meant to cross in front, and then there's no momentum. It was only meant as a place changer, and then you thrust. This, however, is meant to drive into the target. So there are strengths and weaknesses to both concepts. I am not a fan of the cross behind, except you should be able to do both. I think it is limiting in that people who learn only that, they spend the rest of their lives going. And then it's like, here I come. And then they kick. Where if you have learned this properly, you should be able to pick up either leg and kick, and maybe kick a different way, because you have control of your hip and center. So I think it's a superior way for understanding how to move. The big argument about switching it is one person in our organization is really good at it. He likes it and uses it all the time. So we made everybody switch. But theoretically, there's less torque in your hip joint because it's already turned. And that is a pretty safe kick. It just really is. And so there are pluses and minuses. I don't really care which one you do. That's your test. Are you ready? We're going to do the whole thing right now. Still practice, huh? What about the test? Oh, it's a week from Monday, so you still have time. You got today and Monday and maybe Wednesday and Friday for sure. But if you don't want to, it's okay too. But I think that you could. I mean, because in 3 or 4 classes you would continue to make progress. So I just assume you will continue to make progress by a week from Monday. What?
It's okay to fail.
It's totally okay. You don't have to test. You don't have to test ever. There are some remarkable people who have never tested. The good thing about it is it gives you short-term goals. So in our system, the way it used to be is every 3 months you're eligible to test. So you practice those basics, that kata, you test, maybe, probably a pass. Then you work on the next one. So it gives you short-term goals. Then you get to Shodan, the first degree black belt. And for our style, they said 2 years. And you're like, well, what do I do now? I go, 2 years? That seems so weird. Do I have to learn to do, what do I do? So they want you to learn to do kata and work on your old ones and learn to do basics. But they want to see 2 years worth of improvement, not the same as it was with different basics. And then there's 3 years to sign on, 4 years to work on. But I worked intently at the Q ranks, at the next test, and then I kind of felt lost. Like 2 years? What am I going to do now? Because it's not 3 months away. But you can look at it as a maturation, a maturity process, where you have to give them short-term goals at first, and then you give them big goals. Turns out some people don't need that. They can just say, I'm going to train for 2 years and then test for Shodan. Okay. Not very many people have done that, but it has been. And the old ranking books used to have a time limit, because there weren't instructors everywhere. So they would say to test for Shodan, you needed to be 3 months after first Q, or 2 years of continuous training. Because, anyway, again with that. Step and punch 3 times with speed. Ki on the third one. Stepping backwards. Ai rising block. Stepping forward. Shotoki outside block. Stepping backwards inside block. Uchi. Awesome. Stepping forward, 9-10 block back stance. Stepping backwards. Fighting position. Front step, get 3 times forward. And the last one. Turn. Roundhouse kicks. Ready? Keep it out. To your left. Side kick. 3 times. So it's good to practice. It's better to practice on your own to make yourself go with speed. Because with the group, it's a little easier. It has its own issues, but you have people to follow along. The bad part about testing is they put the lower belt for people who've never tested before out there first. So they don't get to like watch and say, oh, I get it. No, you just have to know what to do, which is why we practice. But sadly, if she doesn't test, you get to do it all by yourself. No pressure, no pressure. But you're going to do fine. You did all of the right stances, all the right twists, all the right coils. So, I mean, always it can be better, otherwise there wouldn't be any place to go. But you're doing good. Let's try hand shoulder. Out. That. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. So all the time, you have to work on moving from center, just like everybody. But a thing that might help me was you have to pretend your center goes down your inner thighs all the way to the bottoms of your feet. So that when you move, everything moves, and sometimes you want to be just quick. Sometimes I look at your stance, keep it in place, and I'm like, there's no this part that comes together. So just gotta have it over time. Great! Do it again. Just you two. Hand shoulder. Out. Like that. Alright. There's 2 places where you ki. The third rising block, and the third stepping block. Yeah! You're doing it. Yep, you're doing it. Keep going like that. Yep. 3 rising blocks. One more. Yep, now turn. That was 1. Block. Block. 3 stepping punches. Nice big one. This way. Now that. Take it back like a lot. Emmett, good job. Everybody got to show up. Good spirit, kiai point. Out. And to that. Oi. I want to talk a little bit about tempo. Generally speaking, blocks should be shorter and punches should be longer. Because it's more like you're intercepting something, boom, boom, and then you go and you want to try to destroy it. So that takes more time. So most kata have tempo that go 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3. There's a difference. But sometimes people get excited and they go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and it's like, oh my God, if you're going to die, slow down. It has a tempo. So there is a bizarre thing. You would think that as people will get better, they would do hand Shodan faster than beginners, because beginners are a little uncoordinated, they're learning, they're unsure. The higher belts are more practiced. They can move faster, quicker, sharper. But Funakoshi and Akiyama, who ran the Japanese Karate Association, both said advanced students should take longer. How does that make any sense? It's bizarre. I think it has to do with Zanshin. When you move sharp, but then there's a weight. So there was a guy who came from Japan, and he tested under Nishiyama for Nida, second-degree black belt. And he was a skinny young kid, 20 years old, give or take. His last name was Tanaka, which is totally cheating in the karate world, because it's a very famous karate club named Tanaka. So already he's cheating. But his kata was different than anything I've ever seen. So, if he was doing hand Shodan, we would go 1, 2, 1. We'd just move. He went. But then he moved, and it drew you in. It was very impressive. So the only way you can, if you're a beginner and you do the kata in 20 or 30 seconds, which is kind of normal, the only way you can get to 50 seconds, is what Nakayama said, is that kind of time, long time. Big long kiai, wait, go, boom. But some people say it's a mystery. I don't think it was. He wanted to make it look like that. One more thing of kumite, in case we practice that. Grab a partner, you two together, and you two together at a socially distanced. Yep, so you're here, and you're there. So, we're going to go this way. Face each other, bow. Normally, this is done at a distance, left leg forward, down left. I set the distance where I think you can hit me. About here, you can hit me. We go 1, he hit me, right? But in COVID times, we're going to set the distance where he can't possibly hit me, but I still have to react to his motion. So the first one is 3 attacks for the head. He says, hey. Shodan. Hey. Then, Shodan. See, I stepped forward because that was a habit. Hey. Sorry about that. Shodan. Hey. lot to learn about how to move, when to move, timing. What this drill is supposed to do is teach you kumite, teach you free sparring. So he does his 3-stepping punches. I gauge his distance. I feel him coming. And then I counter when I know I have it over. In kumite, I don't know what he's going to do, but I'm still going to control his distance and then come back when I know there's an opening. It's not, he punches, then I punch, and he punches. It's not like that. It's a controlled movement. And until you learn that, you can't understand why somebody can dominate you so well. Because you're so worried on his techniques that you don't move much at all, and then he just beats on you. Supposed to tell you to move. Sometimes they do that physically. So you figure out, I don't like getting hit. And I am not very smart. I took a lot of beatings until one guy said, "You're standing too close." And I was like, huh? He's like, "Get this much further away than you think I could possibly hit you." And he was a big guy, he was way better than me. So I feel like this, I'm sparring like, "Oh, he can't hit me." And he said, "Now see, I have to work for it." And he did. But it was, I don't know why I didn't know that. I thought, nobody explained it. But keep your distance, watch your positioning. So anyway, here we go. Left leg forward, downward block. Up. This side, second position. Ready position. You're going to announce head, which is Shodan.
Hey.
Oh, don't say hi until you're ready. Because sometimes this is what happens. It'll be, okay. Right? You say hi, almost, well, and they might do that anyway. So you have to watch. So take a second to process it when they say, but don't nod and don't say hi until you're ready to. Step back with your right leg, block with your left 3 times, then counter punch. You can say Shodan again. Right? Counter. Yeah, perfect. Now left leg forward, down block. Ready for me? Say Joe. Yep.
Shodan. Right.
Shodan. That was an example of not great timing, but better. You beat her punch. So you're only supposed to punch 3 times. Yep, you did 4. Yep. Okay, second here. Now you're going to step and punch, and you're going to step back with this leg and this leg. Yep. Say Shodan.
Hey.
Counter. Yep. Now left leg forward. Say Shodan.
Shodan.
Yep. Step back with your left, left with your right. Good job. Yep. Look at her. Oh, good. Okay, so she said Shodan, and you said hi, and she didn't move. That's the way it happens sometimes. You gotta wait until they talk. So it is a mistake, John. Left leg forward, down block. John says Shodan. Shodan. Hey. Oops, that's not right. So I say, hey, wait. Oh, you gotta wait the whole time. Wait, and it's part of the training because it happens a lot. That something's going to happen, but you don't know what or when. You can't just say, boom, because they'll punch while you're thinking about it. Anyway, everybody got the idea? Great. Call your partner and say thank you. We'll take our 5-minute break. All right, 5-minute break. Did that go okay for you guys? Okay. Okay, we're going to work on Kata. You can be back there a little bit and just follow everybody. You okay? You be over here. You be over there. I'm moving a little bit. Hang on, Shodan. Out. Boy. 1, 2. Straight hips. Don't let your back arch. Here. 1, 2, 3. That's better. 1, 2, 3. We're going a little more. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Straight hips. Pulls a little more. Just push this forward. Strong stomach, so I can't pull you over. Push. Push your legs straighter. Nope, this leg. Push it straighter. And bend that knee. Like I'm trying to pull you, and you're not going to let me. Pull. There you go. Curve, and what are you doing now? We're just blocking. 1. Back stance. Straight that way. Leg, feet too. 2. And back leg. 1, 2. Okay. Elevate. Hey, done. Maybe done. 1, 2, 3. Here's something over that way. One more. 1. Shoulders down. Turn back. On your feet. 2, 3. Shoulder down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, I rest for a moment. Jean-Noel, after you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, this is a front stance. You were a back stance. Did you see what I said? Okay. Hands on, out, down, and up. Sound. 1. Start again. Hang on, number 3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. What? 3, 4. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Mike, sink. Bend, yep. Yep. All right. So almost everybody, as you're learning hands on that or practicing it, almost everybody comes up somewhere. So I fix that by thinking down, down, more. Down, down, no up. Because up is kind of easy. So at best you kind of end up neutral. Down, down. Then go down. Now is number 4. So I did notice, and this is true, a lot of the words sound similar. So when we have targets of head and body, it's technically upper level and middle level. It's Jodan, J-O, Jodan. Not Shodan like the Kata or the rank Jodan. This is Judan. How did I remember which one? There's only 2, Jodan and Judan. And Shodan, to me, was where your food goes when you chewed it up. It's down there. Shodan. That's how I remember. The only one left over is Shodan. All right, chew and chest, that's fine. CH and CH. Yeah? Jodan. Oh my God, J and J. Look at him, been wasting all this time. There's in judging or competition, there's Aka and Shura. Good God, how do you know which one's one? One's red and one's white. Turns out Aka has 3 letters, red has 3 letters. Aka. White, Shura, 5 letters. Aka? Interesting. So you make up little things to remember. Hand Yona number 4. Out. That's it. Boy. 1. More of a back stance, John. Kill. Mike, pick up your right arm just a little bit. Light elbow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Shoulders down, Jean Noel. Twist your hip. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, turn. 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1. Drop your front hip, Jean Noel. A lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am it. Iris. So Mike, when you're moving, a lot of times the camera freezes. Do you also miss when I talk or my sound or my count? The video is jerky. All right. Maybe your new house needs new internet. Try hand go out. Out. That's it. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Close together. 1. Step. Straight your fingers. 2. There you go. Right. I rest. Very good. Thank you, Shodan. Out. Down. Up. One. One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right? All right. Your own kata. You two together. John, move up a little bit. You move up a little bit. You can kind of stay where you are. So you're going to be over here. No, not that together. Just, you're both going to do the same kata. So, out. You should both take a couple steps forward. Kata. Boy. Half speed, 3/4 speed is fine. Ready? When you're done, you can stand up. You have to make sure when you punch, you slide your arm. Yep. So, Mike, can you hear me? You're plenty strong. But Heian Godan has a lot of technical problems. So it should be that you go 1, 2. And a little bit, you go 1, 2, and you're punching off, or your arm is short, should be long. Long. 1, 2. Long. Yep. There's just some places where you're off. So if you come Monday, we'll see how much we can fix and what's going to be appropriate. Okay, one at a time. Your own kata with Steve in the middle. So, how about if we have the two of you go, and the thing we're going to do to mess you up is you have to face this way. It's more confusing. So Leon over here, Renee over there, face that way, out, Heian Shodan. Kata. Boy, good spirit. Towards one, here's this one. 3 rising lines. Good job. Yep, nope. This one, and then this one. Because remember, you're facing the wrong way. Step and punch. Now this way. This way. Down block. 3, 1. Elbows in, elbows in, elbows in. Now 4 knife blocks. 45. Back towards this wall. Yep, and 45. Good job. Bend your back leg. Yep. So you won't have to do that in the test, you'll be facing front. But it is for competition and just general training, good to keep facing in a different direction. So to mess people up, you know, you face this way, you face this way, you might face 45. I had somebody say, no, I want you to face towards that machine, so you're not at 45, you're just off the way. I did the whole thing, and that wasn't a problem. But as long as you know your kata, it becomes less and less of a challenge. Over here, Jean-Noel. Here, we'll make you big. How can I do that? Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Right? This car.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Why can't I get Jean-Noel?
This is Zoom. You have to pin him. No?
All right, we'll watch you small.
You cannot lick him.
I don't know what the problem is. I think it's Jean-Noel person. Oh! Don't touch it.
Okay, yeah.
Jean-Noel, okay, you're big now. Out. Kata. Can you turn your sound back on? That's Cindy. Cindy's Jean-Noel's wife.
Cindy.
Jean-Noel's wife.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hand on done. Boy. In. All right, good job, Jean-Noel. So the crowd was impressed. One thing I saw that you could work on is sometimes at the end of your movement you slow down. So you got to here, okay, and then instead of going one, shot, you went one, whoops, and then two, whoop. You needs to be drive, drive. So they're sharp all the way to the end. Otherwise your form is looking good, your kata's doing good. Okay? All right. All right.
All right, Mike's done.
Yeah, we got to find Mike. Hey, Mike's on, guys. Mike Trihan Yondan, number 4. Okay? And Yondan. Uh-oh, lost of balance. That was his camera freezing. Hey, man, good job. So your form on most stuff is pretty good, and you have lots of power, so that is always good. Try to figure out, you did 2 relatively simple motions. You went here, everything was fine. You went here, and you lost your balance for a second. Why? Why? Pressure down, pressure down. Try to figure out your directions. Okay? All right, good job. All right, now we're ball back on. Hung. Face the bear. Everybody get around him. Empty. Face that way. Out. Kata.
Standing up.
Right. Get it. Spearhead. Okay, so in general, everything's good. Your tempo was much better this time. I think last time I told you you were rushing too much. You did much, much better in that. Also, last time your drawing arm was sloppy. It still kind of is, but not all the time, sometimes. So work on sharp, sharp, not where there's wiggly. Sharp, sharp. Take your time. Sharp, sharp. So you really improved this. This whole series was so much glided forward, stable. This, a little too quick, a little too up. It takes time. So if you got pressure here, drop, boom, drop, boom, then go. It takes time to settle into your legs. And then, try to remember hand and feet up. But, I know, when you got to here, this hand did that. That's very embarrassing. Don't do that. Start again once. Start here. Handy down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, now forward. I already made you face that way, right? No question. All right, start over here. Face that way. Pass it out. Down.
That's right.
Over. Down. Hands under.
Hands up.
That's not good.
Wait. Sorry.
Very good. Take 2 steps backwards. Keep going. More. Back. Okay. Hands under.
Hands up.
Hey. So I picked it because I thought you'd forget it.
Hey.
So, your Basai Dai was pretty darn good. Not as good as yesterday, but way better than Monday or whatever I said last time. A weak spot, a little bit tempo, but it's way better than it was, and a little bit back stances. So this is the same problem in here. So you go 1, 2, 1, 2, right there. Do that. Here. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1. Hold down and do it. Not that. Do it again. That step. Squeeze and then pull down. So you have your own step. Do it again. Let's hear it. 1, 2. Almost. With a little bit of pressure. Do it again. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And do the little stairs again. So start here. Maybe start here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Hold. No. Finish. 1. 2. Hold. 3, 4. Good. Do it again. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those were much better. That last series, did you feel it was better? Did you think it was better? It's much better. Everybody back on the floor. Your own test. Oh, did you want to do Kata yourself? Okay. Everybody back off. John, face the same way. Are you going to do Niju Shiho? Yeah. Niju Shiho. Niju Shiho. So, for the little bit we worked on it, it's way better. It's more stable, it's strong, it's smoother. Do your first move once. So you're right there. Go 1, not finished. There you go. But it was just, so like this was great, and this is just hanging there. It didn't finish. Then you go 2, 3. 3. All that's good. 1. Lost your balance there. When you did it by yourself, you lost your balance. On the inside. 1, 2. That was way better. There's a weight. You can feel it or not. So you go, turn and go 1. 1. Do it. 1, 2. So you're now is stable, but you have a kyo in there. I bet it's just because you're upper body oriented, but you can't see it. You look at it straight. It just is this one away, maybe from your concentration. But watching you, I thought of hung your head. All right, back on the floor. What basics do you want to do? Theirs, his, or his? Or you can do the fifth cue. Okay. So you two be over here. You're going this way. Actually, crap. Everybody rotate so you're facing this way. Because when you do the basics, you're going to be going this way. So, that's fine. If it's you two, you'll be there. Take us 2 steps back. And you'll be here. And the person watching at the table will be over here. Because this way, when you move, I can see you both. And if you're in line, I miss one person. This bothered me the whole time when they did it, but now that I have to sit here, I can see it. So you two are going to do the same basics. Hung, why don't you come over here, you two move down. Up, second position. Left leg forward, cannon but out. Hey! You're going to do 3 7 punches, head, triple punch. No, you guys have the javelin punch. You guys have triple punches. Step forward, head, stomach, stomach, 3 times. This is with speed, because we don't have any more time. So just do 3. Ready? So Mike, head, stomach, stomach. Head, stomach, stomach. Yes. Stepping backwards. Rising block, counter punch. Rising block, counter punch for you, I think, or you want to? All right, do that. Oh, Jean-Noel, you got to switch your hands sooner. Moving forward, outside block sequence. Outside block, elbow straight, just outside block, elbow straight, back is straight. Yep. Monkey, your head up. Walk low. That's another punch. There you go. Backwards, inside block, counter punch, inside block, jab counter punch. 1, 2, 3. We have a front grip. You guys just step backwards, inside block. Inside block, counter punch. Good. Knife hand block, front kick, spear hand straight. Knife hand block, front kick, spear hand straight. Moving forward. Now we do it. Yep. 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 You grab that one, I don't know why today it's such a problem. Although you do come up with problems just once in a while. Backwards, same thing. That last one was good, Mike. Sometimes you lose your balance, though. So make sure you stay straight and tall when you spin. Front kicks, front leg, back leg. Back leg for you two. 2 front kicks, back leg, 3 times. Ready? Kick, kick. Yep, arms in front. Kick, kick. Yep. One more. Kick, kick. Turn, roundhouse kick. Same sequence. Okay. Turn, good up. Cross behind, side kick. Cross behind, side kick. 7 times. You two. Jake, 7 times. John Noel, you got to twist your hip. Twist this way. Don't be sideways. Twist. Better. And then make sure it's a thrust. Turn. Ready? Same thing for that one. I know what it is for you guys. Turn. You guys can stand up. You're done for a second. Turn. Back thrust kick for you two. Just a single back thrust kick. Yeah, you can practice all this together if you want. Okay. Back thrust kick, counter punch. Back thrust kick, counter punch. 3 times. Spin it, kick. No. Yeah. Kick. No. Just spin. Spin. Turn. Migrating washington counter punch. Start with your back leg, front snap, roundhouse punch. Snap, snap. Keep your knee up. There you go. You guys, your combination, starting with your back leg, is a front kick, and then the other leg does a roundhouse kick, and then you counter punch. So, front snap, roundhouse, counter punch. 3 times, and then turn and do it 3 times. Roundhouse kick back, cross kick back to straight counter punch. Same thing without the back thrust. Roundhouse back thrust punch. 3 times. Round, thrust. One more. Turn away, do it again. You two, face this way. Put your left leg in front. Front snap, side, thrust, roundhouse kick. You can do that too. Front snap, side thrust. Right. 3 times. Ready? Snap, thrust. Bounce, go. Not so much pause in between. Switch feet. So, it's exhausting to go with speed, but that's why we practice. And you don't have to do it for 2 hours, you don't have to do it for 5 minutes when it's a test. So it's a different thing. Hopefully, on Wednesday and Friday, there'll be a little bit less correction, a little bit more performing. So, any questions? Oh, they got it, right? Show me, right? Everybody, thank you for training. Class dismissed. Right? See you Monday.
Thank you, Sensei.
Thank you, guys.